In today's video, I will be listing the top 10 best scorers in the NBA. But before we start, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Joel Embiid is arguably the most dominant center in the NBA. The 7-foot big man enforces his power in the paint and bullies any defenders who dare to challenge him. He doesn't only score by bullying opponents, he has unbelievable footwork and finesse for someone his size. Last season, he was awarded the NBA scoring title, which made him the first center since Shaquille O'Neal to be crowned champion. He averaged a ridiculous 30 points per game on 50% shooting from the field. To no surprise, he had a great efficiency rating of 31.2, which ranked third in the league, and to add to his sheer greatness, he also shot 37% from the three on nearly 4 attempts per game. So not only was he dominant in the post area, but if you left him open behind the three, he would most likely drain the shot. And to put his scoring title in more perspective, he won the award while only playing 33 minutes per game, which is the fewest minutes per game played for a champion since 1954. The 28-year-old big man is the first player to average 30 points and 11 rebounds since Karl Malone in 1990. So all in all, it's safe to say he definitely belongs on this list. Number 9. Bradley Beal is one of the most gifted scorers we have in the NBA. He simply doesn't have one flaw on offense, and he often goes under the radar because he plays for the Washington Wizards. He's the definition of a bucket. He isn't flashy, but he always seems to get the job done. In the season before his injury, he averaged 31 points per game while shooting 48% from the field and 35% from three. Those outstanding numbers didn't result in a scoring title. Believe it or not, he still finished second to Curry. In the 2019 season, he also averaged 30 points per game, but unfortunately, that was the year that prime James Harden averaged 34 points per game, which obviously won him the scoring title. While it does seem Beal has been in the NBA for ages, he's only 29 years old and still in his prime. Beal has one of the best scoring packages in the league, which makes him unstoppable at times. He has a great first step out of the triple threat and is just athletic enough to convert tough finishes around the basket. He also has a large variety of counter moves for different scenarios given by the defense. All in all, the Florida product recently signed a 5-year, $251 million deal to return to the Wizards. And although they don't have as talented of a roster as most, I'm sure Bradley Beal will continue to put up great numbers. Number 8. DeMar averaged 28 points per game in his first year playing for the Chicago Bulls, which ranked him 5th in the entire league in points per game. He is, without a doubt, the best mid-range scorer in the NBA. Last season, he shot 48% from the mid-range on 8 attempts per game, which ranks him number 1 amongst all players. What's most impressive about his game is that every defender he's facing knows he wants to get into mid-range, but yet they still have a hard time preventing it. This is because it's very difficult to guess exactly what he's about to do. He has sidesteps, snatchbacks, and even turnaround jumpers and fadeaways in his arsenal. The 33-year-old is also extremely smart at drawing fouls by pump faking and getting his defender to lean into his body. And he has no trouble going to the free throw line because he's a career 83% free throw shooter and even shot 87% last season. Like every player on this list, he is an absolute bucket and has been for the majority of his career. Heading into year 14, DeMar is expected to continue to carry most of the load offensively, and while he does have help in Zach and Lonzo Ball, it is clear who the leader of the team is. Number 7. Kyrie Irving is arguably the most skilled player in NBA history. Even the former NBA star Chauncey Billups said this. "Kyrie is he's a wizard, man," said Billups. "He's must-see TV. I personally think, as someone that played the position, I think Kyrie's the most skilled player that's ever played that position. Just straight skill, nothing else. Just straight skill. I think he's the best that I've ever seen at the position, skill-wise." This is how most players and fans view Kyrie Irving. He can score in many different ways and have the total package offensively. Last season, he averaged 27 points per game while shooting 41% from 3 on 8 attempts per game. He showed that even in the middle of all the off-court issues, he was still in his prime as a basketball player. He proved this even more when he faced off against the Orlando Magic last season and ended the game with 63 points. The 7-time All-Star went 20 for 31 from the floor while shooting 8 for 12 from deep. And now I know I was against the Magic, but scoring 63 points isn't easy no matter the opponent. All in all, Kyrie's track record speaks for itself. When he's on the floor, he has the ability to take over games in exciting fashion. Number 6. The Claw is far more than an elite defensive stopper. Leonard is a silent assassin who picks apart defenses all game long. Before the injury, he averaged 24 points per game while shooting 39% from 3. He doesn't get his points in a flashy way by any means, but he picks his spots and is very efficient at doing so. In recent years, his volume at three-point attempts has risen and so has his percentage. Over the last 3 seasons, he has shot over 37% on an average 5 attempts per game. He is also one of the best mid-range scorers in the league and has a beautiful soft touch on his jump shot. Leonard's strong frame allows him to get physical in the post and has the sweet footwork to escape from any double teams thrown his way. At only 31 years old, he has had many bad injuries, but when he's healthy, he is one of the best players in the league. All in all, he isn't your traditional pure scorer, but when you need a huge bucket, you can always count on the Claw. Number 5. LeBron James will most likely break the all-time scoring record this season. But even with that being said, many still don't consider him a great scorer, and that particular opinion has bothered LeBron, and he spoke out about it on an episode of Uninterrupted. When they talk about the best scorers of all time, they never mention my name, James said at the 18-minute mark of the episode. It pisses me off. LeBron isn't the best shooter, nor does he have the deepest bag of scoring moves, but he uses his physical and mental advantages to pick apart defenses at a very efficient rate. Last season, the 37-year-old averaged 30 points per game while shooting 36% from 3, and while Los Angeles did have an underwhelming season, LeBron had the league in awe of his ability to play at this level this late in his career. James ranked 4th in efficiency rating last season, which proved he still has more than enough in his tank. At 6'9", 260 pounds, he is considered to be one of the best drivers of basketball in the league. All in all, I don't expect LeBron to score as much as he did last season, mainly due to Anthony Davis being back healthy, but if he has to, he is more than capable even in year 20. Number 4. Luka has been taking the NBA by storm the last couple of seasons. The 6'7" point forward brings tons of scoring versatility to the Mavericks offense. He excels at creating space and separation from defenders, and his high basketball IQ helps him read his opponents exceptionally well. Luka isn't a great three-point shooter, but when he gets hot, there isn't a player in the league who can stop him from getting a shot off. He shot around league average 35% from 3 on 8 attempts per game, but his overall scoring ability makes up for his average shooting from deep. Luka isn't an athletic freak by any means, but he's so crafty and shifty in the lane that even the true athletic freaks have a hard time containing him. This all ties back to his great IQ and amazing court vision. He plays at an entirely different pace, and that's how he throws off defenses. He can score at all 3 levels, making him a dangerous threat. Luka is only heading into his 5th season and is already ranked 15th on the Mavericks all-time scoring list. Scoring at this rate at 23 years old makes everyone believe when it's all said and done, he'll be one of the greatest scorers ever. Number 3. Curry is not only one of the best scorers currently, but he is one of the best scorers of all time. The way he can score the ball at 6'3" is exceptional and hasn't been seen too often. He has averaged over 22 points per game for 10 seasons in a row, and even averaged 30 points per game twice in his career. The former MVP is the greatest shooter ever, but he can also score in many other ways. By Curry being a shooting threat, it opens up his game a lot more. He is an extremely underrated finisher and over the years has built up the strength to take more and more contact in the paint. Add that with his soft touch around the rim when shooting floaters, and you have a true 3-level scorer. Last season, he averaged 25 points per game while shooting 38% from 3, and I honestly don't expect much to change this season either. Number 2. The Greek Freak averaged 30 points per game on an efficient 55% from the field. While the majority of his points come from dunks, he uses a variety of skill moves to get those points. He has one of the deadliest Euro steps in the NBA, which requires a lot of agility and coordination. He's also the best roll man in the league. Opposing teams are willing to leave shooters open just to double or even triple team him. The Greek Freak is the last guy you want running at you downhill. He has no problem finishing around or over you to score. And while he's still a bad shooter from 3, he is now shooting them with much more confidence. And while many may bash his ways of scoring, there is no doubt he is one of the most dominant players in the NBA. Number 1. Kevin Durant is still the best oversized scorer in the NBA. No other player his size has his handle, shooting touch, or ability to hit big-time shots. Last season, he averaged 30 points per game while shooting 51% from the field and 38% from 3. He also finished 5th in efficiency and 2nd in mid-range field goal percentage. With KD not getting any younger, I'm sure he will be out for revenge for what happened last season. The 33-year-old still has a lot to prove, and he's one man I wouldn't dare bet against. Did you enjoy the video? If so, hit the like button and subscribe to NBA Swish for more amazing NBA content like this. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one.